Coming up on the Sports Desk.
Friday night lights are in full effect, and we've got all the highlights.
Plus, we're going to head courtside for some volleyball action. We'll show you which squads dominated.
Then, we'll check in with the Lady Saxons and Lady Knights to see how they ruled on the tennis courts.
It's time for all your favorite fall sports. Let's get it, Torrance. The Sports Desk starts right now.
Welcome to the Sports Desk, everyone. The only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind.
I'm your host, Cedric Welton. This is my co-host, Dani Miskell. Make sure you find us on the Sports Desk social media. We've got behind-the-scenes and on-the-scene footage of what's happening in the Torrance sports world. So friend request us on Facebook, DM us on Instagram, tweet us. We're here. We're waiting to hear from you. All right, Dani, you ready to talk some sports?
Yes, let's get to it, Cedric, because we've got a lot to cover. We're going to start things off with the Bishop Montgomery Knights, who had themselves a game Friday night.
They look downright unstoppable. You do realize they put up 61 points, right?
That is an impressive performance. Let's see how it all went down. Anthony Ciaridelli has this report.
The Knights took the field Friday against Calvary Chapel, looking for another big performance by their two stars, quarterback Matthew Origel and running back Kyle Moten. The Knights would jump out to a huge lead. Capping off their first drive, it's Origel. On the option play, he keeps it and cruises into the end zone, 7-0 Bishop. Bishop would score twice more on 2 touchdowns from Moten and another from Origel before he goes long for Brenton Hewitt, who has no problem getting into the end zone. That's good for 44 yards, 34-0 Knights after the PAT. Calvary Chapel would wake up, though. With just under 5 minutes remaining in the half, Maximus Coyne, what a cool name by the way, catches the pass and rumbles to the Knights' 2-yard line. That sets up Jake Satika for his first touchdown of the day, 34-7 Knights. On to the second half. The Knights lead 41-7 and junior Patrick Stofila with the interception. And 4 plays later on 4th down, Kyle Moten gets his 4th touchdown, 47-7 Knights after the PAT is no good. But Satika wasn't going to let the Eagles go quietly as he takes the handoff, gets the edge, and charges all the way to the Knights' 10-yard line before he's chased down. Then they go back to their stud running back who crosses the plane for the touchdown, but the 2-point conversion is no good. The Knights lead 47-13. Satika would get into the end zone twice more, cutting the lead to 21 for the Knights. But then this. Matthew Origel takes a snap, puts the game away as he gets loose, and look at him go. He runs almost 90 yards. Moten goes with him the whole way, and Origel puts his team up 54-23 in the 4th quarter. The Bishop Montgomery Knights will go on to win 61-33 over the Eagles of Calvary Chapel High School.
All right, Coach, so with that win, you're off to your best start since 2015. What do you credit that success to?
Well, you know, I credit to our off season. We had a disappointing season last year at 2-8, and the team really, the guys coming back really committed. As soon as we were done with the season, worked hard in the spring, worked really hard in the summer. So we've got some talented guys too, and put that all together, we're off to a good start.
The Knights rolled to a commanding 61-33 victory tonight, behind the two-headed monster rushing attack of Matthew Origel and Kyle Moten, who combined for 7 rushing touchdowns. You guys ran for a lot of yards again tonight. What made it so easy to run that well?
We can't do nothing without our line, to be honest. Our line is what sets us up to be good, and then our chemistry, we just run together and have fun.
Last week against Morningside, you rushed for 297 yards. That's 5th all-time in Bishop Montgomery history. How does it feel to be in the record book?
It's a good feeling, you know. You come into Bishop as a freshman, you look at the record books, you say, I want to be up there. It was just good to go get it done last week against Morningside.
In their next game, the Knights will look to go 5-1 against the Gardena Panthers team that's 1-4 on the season. Reporting from Bishop Montgomery High School, I'm Anthony Ciaridelli for the Sports Desk.
That must have been exciting to see. I mean, 61 points, that's no joke. I bet the fans were having a good time out there Friday night. Let's see what they thought about the game as we go to fans in the stands.
So we here at the Sports Desk have been going to all the high schools in Torrance and seeing which fans are the most excitable, the best fans in Torrance. So guys, are Bishop Montgomery the most awesome fans in Torrance? I think that's a pretty resounding yes. All right, buddy, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Drake.
And what year are you at Bishop Montgomery, Drake?
Oh, I'm a 9th grader.
9th grader, so it's your first year.
Yeah.
Your first year watching Bishop Montgomery football. How excited are you that they're good?
They're all right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, a little more enthusiastic than that.
Yeah. We're winning, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So what's your name?
I'm Harley.
And Harley, what year are you at Bishop Montgomery?
I'm in my 10th grade year.
Nice.
2021.
All right, Harley, how excited are you that Bishop Montgomery's doing so well?
I'm very excited. They never do this well.
Who do you want to give a shout out to on the team this year?
Number 12, Scotty. Number 5, Kyle. Those are like my blood. They're awesome. They're amazing.
Awesome, Scotty and Kyle. You got a fan up in the stands. All right. So what is your full name and what year are you at Bishop Montgomery?
My name is Vivian Lopez, and I am a 10th grader at Bishop Montgomery.
And Vivian, how excited are you about the team this year?
I'm really excited because last year we kind of were rough, but now we kind of bounced back from that, and we're like taking W's. So,
Anybody on the team you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to number 22, Eric Alvarez.
There we go, guys. Get loud. Nice job. There we go. All right, I think that'll do it for me here in the stands at Bishop Montgomery. We've got a lot of excited fans, and I think you have your answer about who are the best fans in Torrance.
Thanks, Anthony. Now, let's compare those night fans to the Tartar fans, shall we? I was at Torrance High School Friday night, and they showed me the Tartar way. Let's check them out.
We're the Tartars of Torrance High, and you're watching SportsDesk. Let's go!
Tell us which players you're out here supporting tonight.
Oh, I'm supporting my boy Kimu.
I think it's going to be an interesting game, but, 0-0 right now. I hope we win. Yeah, and I believe in us. Woo!
I'm here with the legend, Abdullah Mal, from Torrance's basketball team. So tell me, what do you think about the game so far tonight?
I love what I see today. They played better than they did last time, so it's turned out to be good so far.
And tell me which players you're rooting for on the team tonight.
75, Juan Gomez.
Is he your boy?
That's my boy right there. That's my boy.
How's he doing tonight in tonight's game?
He's good. He's good on defense right now, so, big kid, so he's doing good right now.
Well, can you tell me why this team is the best team in the Pioneer League?
Torrance is the best. Forget all the other schools. Torrance is the best. We the best. Tartar Nation.
Well, my best bud, Eric Suarez, number 6, and my other best friend, Edwin Colon, number 7.
Running back, Eric Suarez is a killer running back in tonight's game. What do you think of the first half so far?
Our defense was pretty good. We held them to 0. We got to get some passes down. So we'll see next quarter, but we did pretty good.
All right, sounds good. Elliot, tell me why the Tartars are the best team in the Pioneer League.
We got heart, baby. We got heart.
You heard it from the man. Let's look for him in the spring season on the Tartars baseball team. So tell me, which players on the team are you rooting for here tonight?
I'm rooting for our boy Eric and our boy Neil.
All right. Yeah. What do you think of the first half of the game so far?
It's going good so far, even though it's 0-0. Hopefully we can get some points and, win. Get this dub, Yeah.
Hey.
Girl, can you tell me why the Tartars are the best team in the Pioneer League?
We're the best team because we have the best. I know we have the best football team, right? Yeah.
And I'm loving how you're leading like the whole crowd tonight with the American flag. You've got so much pride. American pride.
Tartar pride. You know it. We got this.
Yes!
Glad to see the Tartar spirit is alive and well. So how did their game go against St. Bernard?
Well, it was goose eggs on the scoreboard for the entire first half of the game. I watched the Tartars put up a mean fight, though. And there was one athlete who really stood out and carried his team throughout the entire game. Let's take a look. It's a scoreless tie at the end of the first half. 11:44 into the third. Jakai Torres runs it in for the quick 6, follows it up with a 2-point conversion, scores 8-0 St. Bernard. A minute 30 later, Tartars have possession of the ball, but Jakai Torres snatches that ball from the quarterback Matt McCormick, and with this recovery run, makes the score 14-0. Eric Suarez with the dive right here, he blocks a point after. 4:35 left, McComas with the pass to wide receiver Jimmy Prawl. Tyrese Allen swoops in with the interception, followed by a bad punt that goes out of bounds. The Vikings pick up the safety points, scores now 22-0. The Tartars would respond with an interception of their own at the end of the third by the Barracuda Eric Suarez. Check him out right here. He steps in as the quarterback and completes this 23-yard pass to Ozzy Carranza in the end zone. Jimmy Prawl with the kick after. Scores now 22-7. St. Bernard would then top the game off with a 56-yard run. Final scores 28-7. Tartars suffered a tough loss tonight, but that did not stop running back Eric Suarez from having a strong game. I got to speak with Coach Rock Hollis afterwards about his players' inspiring performance on both sides of the ball.
he's basically the heart and soul of our team. There's nothing he can't do. He amazes me every single day. And one thing we're going to do next week is try to get him the ball a little bit more if we can. And hopefully our quarterback will be back and we'll be able to do that. He's just an amazing, amazing football player. You know, a lot of teams fold, but our team came back, especially in that first half, and played a team that was a whole lot bigger and a whole lot faster than we were, had a lot more tools. But I was so proud of our guys' resolve. They came out playing their hearts out, and I was so proud of them tonight.
Now, I had the chance to visit South High recently, and the Spartans are still in search for that illustrious first win. It's almost been one entire calendar year since they last saw the win column. Nonetheless, the fans in the stands always show love for their Spartans. We're at South Torrance. This is fans in the stands. We're in the student section right now. Score is 28-0. El Segundo's up. The Spartans need their fans to rally them. Who am I with right now?
What? What's your name? Lauren LaRue.
All right. The Spartans need you guys. It's 28-0. What do they need to do this half to get the W?
What do we need for this half? We need some loud cheers. We need everybody to stand up because even though we're down, it doesn't hurt to cheer.
Right. So, who are you here supporting tonight?
Rowan, Malu, and Drake George.
Okay. And give me a prediction for the second half. How's it going to be by the time the game's over?
I think, honestly, I have faith. I think they're going to push through.
Okay.
They might not win, but I think they're going to push through.
And who are you here supporting tonight?
The whole football team.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you as well?
Jordan Frederick.
Okay. Jordan, second half just started. It's 28-0. What do the Spartans need to do this half to close it out and get the W?
I think that they need to be hyped up by the whole stands, kind of. We used to have this group called Greenhouse, so we're trying to bring that back, and they really need some motivation.
And give me a prediction for the rest of the game.
As Lauren said, I think we're going to try and push through because these guys work hard all the time, so hopefully they'll score at least once. If not, we're still rooting for them.
And then lastly, shout out a player on the team.
Joey Krynen.
First quarter, Matthew Romero finds Armand Saison in the flats for a walk-in score. Score is 14-0. Second quarter now. Saison again punching it in from the goal line to extend the lead to 21-0, and the score was 28-0 by halftime. The one-man show that is Armand Saison up the middle for his fourth touchdown on the night gives the Eagles a 35-0 advantage in the third quarter. The Spartans came out with a lot of fight though in the second half. Here's Jackson Fish from the kickoff return, and he refuses to go down. Gets the Spartans down in the red zone. After a 3-and-out, Spartans with a chance to get on the scoreboard, and the kick is blocked. Final score would be 42-0, and I caught it with Coach Mischler following the game. Mischler following the game, obviously not the result we wanted. Can you just give me your reflections on how your team performed and just talk about the matchup against El Segundo?
Well, you know, to play, this was the best team we've played on our schedule, and you have to come out and you have to play hard from the get-go. And I think our effort, even though the score hasn't indicated it, I think our effort's been really good all year. And I think the first half was not indicative of how hard we normally play. I thought we played a lot harder in the second half, which was a good thing to see. But we just have to come with that same effort we do week in and week out. And we can't do that against a quality team that can do that to you if you don't play hard in the first half.
Now, I heard you talking to your team a minute ago, and you told them that this season's basically over. There's a new season starting next week. Next week you guys have Pioneer League action starting. What's going to be the messages or any changes that you implement on the team this week to let them know that league season is now beginning and to have that mindset going into that?
I think we started it tonight and just saying that, you know, I was at North years ago, and my offensive coordinator was the quarterback there, and his team went 0-5 in the preseason. Then we ran out 5 in a row in the regular season. So just kind of drawing on those experiences, just to tell them that in the grand scheme of things, I mean, we'd love to be 5-0, but we're not. But this is a new season. So if we do what we can do in league, we can still get in the playoffs, and we can still win when it counts, when it really matters.
Also going to look like that was pretty much a one-man band.
Oh yeah, that was an impressive performance by Armand Saison. But South just has to keep plugging away. A new season is on the horizon, and there's plenty of time for them to turn things around. All of us here at the Sports Desk will be rooting for you, Spartans. Let's go around the league and check some other scores.
West fell to Redondo Union by the final of 31-13. And North had a bye week. They returned this week to face off with Torrance High School.
And El Camino picked up a victory over Orange Coast College, 42-24.
Let's jump into some classic Pioneer League rivalries, none of them more prominent than North versus West. North has come under new leadership with coach Mirando Armijo, who is a fellow alumnus of North Volleyball. They had lost their previous match to Bishop Montgomery and were still in search for their second win of the season. West, on the other hand, is coming off a good run in the Tartar Challenge. Let's go courtside with SportsDesk reporter Anthony Ciaridelli.
We had a rivalry match tonight at North High School as the Saxons took on the West High School Warriors. It's been a tough start for the Saxons and first-year head coach Miranda Armijo, but she saw her team hang tough against West. In the first set, the Saxons opened the scoring as senior Cheyenne Monet gets the dig, and then Tani McGlinty sets Michaela Wilson for the kill. Then, with the Saxons trying to maintain an early lead, McGlinty sets Monet, who powers it between the blockers, 3-1 Saxons. Just a couple minutes later, West takes the lead on this well-placed serve by Laura Jensen. That makes it 7-6 Warriors. The teams continue to trade leads in the first set. Here, North's Mika Matsumura serves it, and West's Kira Crook tries to pick the corner, but it's ruled just out. The Saxons take the lead back, 8-7. But West would storm back, taking their biggest lead of the set on this strong block by senior Jessica Porter. That makes it set point. On the next point, senior Bethany Tsukamoto dives to save the point, and Monet hammers it home, cutting the lead to 24-17. On the next Saxon serve, though, the ball lands just out of bounds, giving West the 25-18 set 1 victory. In set 2, West jumps out to a huge lead as Wilson tries to sneak it past the block, but she's called for a net violation. Point goes to West, who extends their lead to 11. But the Saxons fight back. Wilson gets the kill here. Then Kylie Wells puts it in a tough spot, and the Warriors can't handle it. The Saxons score 6 unanswered points, including this kill by Wilson, to cut the lead to 16-11 West. But West pulls it together as senior Laura Jensen places the serve nicely, and the Saxons get another net violation as the Warriors take the second set 25-17. Early in the third set, the Saxons take the lead on another block by Tsukamoto. Then Tsukamoto again with the block. She's a blocking machine. Later in the third set, though, West storms back again. Here they extend their lead to 9 points as Monet gets it over the block, but it lands out. Then at match point, the Saxons try to stay alive, but the ball lands just out of bounds as West High School takes it 25-16, winning the match in straight sets. The Saxons were encouraged by their improvement in the loss.
They have really big blocks. That's good. Their middles, they hit way down, but we picked a lot of their balls up today. We're trusting each other, and that's allowing us to pass better and put more balls away.
More of just working together and not being more as individuals, but as a team. It's really good to have new coaches that are really there for us, and it's a better program now.
The Saxons lost a hard-fought battle tonight against West in straight sets. In spite of the 3-set defeat, the Saxons really did look pretty evenly matched against the Warriors, and unforced errors really came back to bite them when the score got close. From North High School, I'm Anthony Ciaridelli, reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thanks, Anthony. And congrats to the Lady Warriors. You girls are on a roll. Now, I don't know if you all felt it, but there was a maroon monsoon pouring down over the Inglewood and Morningside matches last week.
Yes, the Lady Tartars were making it rain. They first paid a visit to the Sentinels and won by the score of 3-0. Then they played host to the Monarchs. So let's head down to Torrance High School and catch all the action. Kaylee Baker with the serve. Erin Orino sets up Francesca Aguilar for the kill. Morningside dives but returns the ball to Orino, who sets up Evelyn DaCosta. She spikes in the point. Tartars lead 4-0. Minami Ebihara with the serve. Tartars now ahead in the double digits, 12-0. Monarchs spike it over to Orino, who digs it to Ebihara. DaCosta dumps the ball. Monarchs pass it back over. Naomi Crocker sets it to Orino. She launches it back and Crocker hammers it down. And the Monarchs save the point. Crocker now sets it to Ebihara so she can launch her second spike, and she gets the point. Tartars go on to win the first set 25-3. Sushmita Nair serving in the second set now. Monarchs trailing closely behind and gets the point here on the attack, scores 8-7. Tartars then jump ahead. Alexandra Perryman with this solid spike here. She makes the score 20-9. And Kirby Clark to follow with this attack. She closes out the second set 25-11. Then she opens up the third, scoring the first point here with Danielle Oguchi setting up her spike. Gwen Schwartz follows up with this nice serve and gets the ace. A minute later, Iguchi sets her up for this nice roll shot, with the Monarch defenders to hit it out of bounds, scores 12-1. Alexandra Perryman at the net with the exclamation point kill. She smacks that ball like she's telling those Monarchs to be humble, sit down. That's match point, closing out the third set 25-3. And our Lady Tartars win by the final of 3-0.
Now let's check back in with the West girls. They had another league game this week, but this time against the Spartans. South has had an up and down season, but ever since league play started, they began firing on all cylinders. First set, Spartans up 24-17. They try to end the set with a spike. Warriors try to block, but they can't quite get it. Spartans take the first set 25-17. Second set, Warriors mounting a comeback, but the Spartans put it away with a smackdown of a kill, ending the second set, taking the match 25-22. Third set, West trailing by 3, trying to make the game competitive. South sets up Lauren Walsh for a kill to put the game away. Spartans take the third set 25-21 and the game 3-0.
Let's now head over to El Camino College, where the Lady Warriors were in action against Cuesta College.
Here's our newest Sports Desk reporter, Catherine Gallo, who was courtside for this match.
Leilua and the Warriors entered Wednesday night's matchup with a 6-1 record and having dropped just 4 sets combined in all of those last 7 games. Leilua picks up right where she left off, tallying up a dig here to setter Caitlin Donatucci, who follows that up with a clean set back to Leilua, who smacks it down for her first kill of the game. Warriors lead 5-3. And this time it's Kelly Donatucci setting up Michaela Clark, a Torrance native and South High alum, I may add, who adds to El Camino's lead with this powerful swing. Leilua would be back at it again after a great serve from Kelly Donatucci sets up an easy return to another Torrance native, Renee Bryden. She gets the ball to Caitlin Donatucci, who sets Leilua up perfectly to do what she does best. Warriors finish the first set 25-14. On to the second now. Caitlin Donatucci racks up another assist to Michaela Clark, who brings down the hammer once more on this kill, getting by 2 Cuesta blockers. Warriors lead 20-8 now in the set when Sophia Loyola and Brittany Ikobe team up for a big-time block to help finish the second with the score of 25-8. And now check this out. It's Ikobe knowing to never give up on a play. After Smith's hit is blocked, Ikobe is ready to dig it up to keep the ball in play and keep the volley going long enough for Jocelyn LaCroix to smack it down for a Warriors point. Warriors close out their third and final set 25-16. After the game, I caught up with head coach Liz Hazel about the team's strong start to the season, and I talked with sophomore Fina Leilua about the impressive start she's been having.
We've got off to a great start. We played some tough teams and have done really well. I think our teamwork and leadership has been really good, and we are super deep on our bench. So like today when I got to put in a bunch of people who kind of hadn't played as much, they battle every day at practice. So they're used to going up against good competition all the time, and then super scrappy on defense, like never think a play is over, everybody be ready and just help better the ball all the time.
Honestly, it's been a great team effort overall. We've been able to communicate on and off the court, and in practice we're able to execute the things we work in practice. So with that, everything kind of goes smoothly.
You also had a great week because you were named California Community College Player of the Week. That's pretty exciting. How did it feel when you heard that news, and what's that mean to you?
Honestly, I was so excited. I was jumping over the roof. It caught me so off guard. So when I heard the news, I was super excited, and I couldn't thank my team enough for helping me get there because it's overall a team effort, and without them, I wouldn't be able to get it.
Leilua and the rest of the Lady Warriors are looking forward to using this momentum as they head into conference play next month. Reporting at El Camino College, I'm Catherine Gallo with the Sports Desk.
Now be sure to follow the Sports Desk on Instagram and Twitter, and friend us on Facebook. Tag us in all things Torrance Sports using the hashtag #TheSportsDeskTV. Quick shout out to North and Torrance High School Aquatics this week. They've been on top of it, keeping us in the loop with their meet times and who to keep an eye on.
See, this is the stuff we love. Share your story ideas with us. Send us your photos and videos. If there's something that you want featured, don't be shy, because this is your show, and we are waiting to hear from you.
The Saxons were looking to get back in the win column after falling to El Segundo. They welcome in league rival Torrance High to their home courts. With junior captain Miskell leading the way, the Saxons got back on track. The Tartar girls and Lady Saxons were fired up for their divisional matchup, both looking to establish themselves in Pioneer League play. The Saxons captain and #1 singles player Miskell helped her team jump out to an early lead, winning her matchup in dominating fashion. The Saxons' #1 doubles team of Tai Tonino and Shannon Shinozaki also took care of business on their home court, besting the Tartar duo of Katamo Saito and Lana Fukuda. This would move the Lady Saxons to 1-0 in league play and 5-2-1 overall. I caught up with Miskell about her outlooks of this season.
This new season, I'm coming in feeling pretty well. Last season, I did really well in one league, so I'm hoping to have the same outcome for this season, even though I know it'll be a little tough because some of the high schools have new players and that'll be new competition, so it'll be fun and a challenge, and I'm up for that challenge.
Miskell has been pulling double duty, participating in tournaments outside of school on the weekends. She's ever the competitor and always looking to keep her edge. She enlightened me on the parts of her game that she'd like to polish up.
I definitely want to improve on my mental game and just staying together because I know I can do it, but you know, sometimes it just gets a little bit too hard in the mindset aspect of it. So I just need to stay together and work on my mindset, and I'll achieve anything.
A new addition to the varsity club is assistant head coach Philip Kramer, who joined the team this offseason. A passionate mind for the sport, he expressed what he sees from this North Torrance squad.
It's been really exciting for me. The girls here are trying so hard, and they really put a lot into it. I'm amazed from even when I used to coach that, you know, now it's almost an all year round thing. These girls come out and all summer they're lifting weights, they're running. You know, it's a year thing, and they're really committed to the program. Within just a couple months that I've been working with them, I've seen some really good improvement, and looking forward to the rest of the season.
Awesome job, Saxons. Let's cross back over to the college scene with the El Camino cross country team. Now, they just participated in the Golden West Invitational, and we have the results. The Warrior men dominated the event over 12 other teams, finishing first, second, and third. Carson Bix led the way in first place with a time of 21 minutes and 8 seconds. Leading the way for the Lady Warriors was Gracie Hoffman for a consecutive week in a row with her 8th place 20-minute, 24-second performance. Next up for the Warriors is the Masters Invitational at Central Park in Santa Clarita.
All right, last but certainly not least, the Sports Desk wants to send a special congratulations to Bishop Montgomery's girls varsity basketball head coach, Noelle Quinn. She just became a WNBA champion. Noelle is a 13-year WNBA veteran that just won a championship with the Seattle Storm. Noelle is no stranger to success as she's led the Lady Knights to titles as a player and as a coach. Another fun fact, Noelle is the first player to ever have her jersey retired at Bishop Montgomery. She's an all-around symbol of greatness. Congrats, Noelle. All right, everyone, that's it for this week's edition of the Sports Desk.
We want to thank you so much for joining us. We got nothing but mad love for you guys.
My name is Cedric Welton.
And I'm Dani Miskell. Remember to follow the Sports Desk on social media.
Please join us again next week, same time.
Same desk.
Same hosts.
We'll see you guys next time right here on the Sports Desk.